Shorty a beauty, skin color mocha. I love the way that she moving a soaker. Shaking it fast and she dropping it lower. I bust a move tryna get a little closer. Nice slim waist, pretty face, fat ass. Shorty ain't bougie, she know that she bad. She on her shit and she get to a bag. She know that she blessing and reason to brag. Runway, shorty belong on the runway. Feeling my swag and she said,
hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. My name is Jadaichristelle, and if you haven't already, make sure all y'all post notification bell is turned on so y'all can be notified every time I post a video, and y'all can get in tune to it and watch all my other videos too. In today's video, we're about to do something a little bit more chatty in a sense. Like, we're not vlogging, we're not doing none of that. So basically, I wanted to do this topic because I'm 24. As y'all know, my birthday was last month. I don't know why I had to think about that. It was last month. So I feel like being 24 is really an age, but it's also a feeling too, because I never felt like this with any other age, honestly. Like, when I turned 21, I didn't feel like this. When I turned 22, I didn't feel like this. Like, I guess being 24, you like in the middle, so you already know, like not that it's like time coming and stuff. It's just like, I don't know, I just feel like older. Like, this is really the time where people really can't tell me what to do and stuff like that, you know. So it's like I got a big responsibility to just make sure that I'm good and like my future is good and everything. So I wanted to do this video on things I'm learning in my 20s. So while I'm talking about this, I'm learning these things right now. Some of these things I'm trying to learn, some of these things I've learned already, so you know. So whatever whatever helps y'all in your 20s, or if you past your 20s and you're in your 30s, 40s, and you could think of stuff that helped you in your 20s, y'all should comment down below. Let me know, give me some advice, take some of y'all own advice, like, you know, and just let me know how y'all 20s was for y'all, because I know everybody's 20s is not the same. Some people, they just want to have fun, and then some people, they get straight to do what they got to do, because they know that's how they know that your 20s is really what really sets your life and stuff like that. So, you know, so we're gonna get right into this video. The first thing, I have a list actually, as y'all can see, and I just wrote down a couple of things. I didn't count how much it was, I just was writing stuff down. So we're about to get straight into it. The first thing I put, things I'm learning in my 20s and I'm still learning, is finances, I guess, because I'm really horrible at saving. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I'm really horrible at saving. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Like, with me, saving is just like, what's the point? Because I feel like I'm broke anyway, so why am I saving the money that I have to use to, you know, like, you get what I'm saying? So I could survive, to save. Like, it makes no sense to me. So I was just like, at the end of the day, like, I know I need to learn more about finance, learning how to save, taxes, all that. Just more in general about money and putting money in a higher, not like not being money hungry, but like being aware of what money can do for my life in a way, like how it can change it and stuff. Like, if I'm just here spending my money and stuff and I'm not saving, you know, like it's just like, it's gonna be a pattern, so I'm gonna get the same result. But if I do some crazy shit out of nowhere and just start saving my money, I'm gonna be able to do what I gotta do, like, you know. So it's just like, I feel like you just gotta think in the future. Like, do whatever your future self will be happy for. Like, if you do something today and it's gonna make your future self happy, just do it. Like, I feel like that's how it is, literally. And then the next thing is having, I just literally said this in the beginning, having freedom, but in a way still knowing that you have responsibilities. So like with this, it comes like, okay, you go on a party all the time, go to the club all the time, strip club, you know, all the time. Like, for me, it's not even that many responsibilities. You gotta put your responsibilities first, because you know your responsibilities will get you further than you having fun. Because you having fun, it be for the moment. Like, I be having fun for the moment, and then that shit disappears, you know, like it never happened. But what you're trying to do for your life is gonna be for the rest of your life, you know. So it's like, I feel like at the end of the day, that also comes into putting yourself first and knowing what you want in life and stuff like that, and not trying to follow other people. And I say the freedom is hard, because when you have freedom, you tend to overdo it, or you tend to not know what you want to do with it. So it's like, at the end of the day, you gotta put yourself on a schedule. Like, I'm a person, I already know I gotta go on a schedule. I put myself on a schedule so I can know certain things to do, and then just have it in my mind that, okay, tomorrow this is what I gotta do, you know. If I don't do that, then I'm gonna wake up the next day and I'm just gonna put some, like, life got me beat and I ain't set up my day and stuff like that, I'm just gonna be depressed. Like, you know, I'm gonna be giving off depressed vibes, and I don't want to do that. I want to have my day set the night before, so like the next day I'm already up and ready and I'm in a good mood and like, you know, stuff like that. So yeah, that's how I feel about when you got freedom. It could be fun and everything, but at the same time you got to really put yourself first, and that's where it comes to making hard decisions and knowing what to do and not to do. The next thing I put was it's okay to be broke for a season, but to have a plan. Okay, but y'all heard what I said, just like that. It's okay to be broke for a season, because y'all not gonna pretend like none of y'all haven't been broke in your life. Like, everybody been broke, everybody deals with brokenness. I feel like if you're not rich, you're broke. Like, honest to God, like, you know. So it's just like, I think that for a fact, it's not my mindset, so that's a good thing, because my mindset is not broke. So it's like, at the end of the day, you just gotta work through that, and then you don't get comfortable, because it's like, I feel like if you get comfortable in that season, then when it comes to the next season, you're gonna get comfortable too. I feel like in that season, when it's hard, that's when you need to actually be working and putting in the work. When you feel like you can't do that, or when you feel like you want to give up and stuff, that's when you should actually put in more of the work, when you actually feel like giving up. Because that's what I do to myself. When I feel like giving up, I pick up the camera. Like, I'm like, fuck it, I feel like giving up right now, but I'm gonna still pick up the camera, because at the end of the day, only I could see what I see, if that makes sense. Nobody else is gonna be able to see it. People gonna agree with me, people gonna motivate me, people gonna be happy for me, but at the end of the day, nobody gonna be able to see it the way I see it, if that makes sense. Because it's only one you. Like, honest to God, like, your parents is not gonna see it. My parents will never see what I see. So like, at the end of the day, I gotta make it work for myself, and I gotta do what I gotta do for myself, you know. So it's like, you could be broke for a little bit, but after a while, you gotta get your shit together. It's life, bro. I kind of put a lot, y'all, so just bear with me. I don't know how long this video gonna be. This one, it says don't be afraid to start over. Now this one I'm really having a hard time with, because I'm literally in the situation right now, because as y'all can see, I'm back at my parents' house, obviously, so I'm not really under my boyfriend 24/8, and I miss it so much. So, you know, I'm having little thingy like detachment issues and stuff like that, and separation issues and stuff. So, you know, so I'm just getting back to like the old routine, not the old routine, because you know, you can't do the same thing and expect different results. I'm getting back into the old me, I guess. Like, so it's just like, at the end of the day, it's like starting over. I don't feel like there's anything wrong with starting over, because we start over with our age, we start over with the year, start over with all the things in life. So it's like, at the end of the day, if you have to start over in a situation, that's God telling you, like, he got something better for you, I guess, in a way. Because it's like, at the end of the day, he not gonna put you in a situation you can't handle, because you dealt with a situation you could handle. So it's like, why would he put you in another situation? And then in your head, you would think that you can't handle. Like, if you handled the first situation, you obviously could handle this situation. So it's like, it really depends on where you are in your life, I guess. Because some people, like, for example, if you're in a relationship, you don't want to start over, that's different. Like, I feel like that's different, like, compared to like starting your whole life over and stuff. Because a relationship, that's two people. You can't just walk out on somebody. I feel like, but when it's between you and you fighting with your life, is like, you gotta make decisions to start over, and then you gotta know that it's the best decisions for you at the end of the day. So yeah, starting over, I feel like anybody could do it. Everybody should do it. I'm struggling with it right now, but I'm in the process of doing it, because at the end of the day, I know that's what's good for me. It's gonna be good for my future. Because it's like, if I keep ignoring shit and pretend like I'm okay, like, obviously I'm not okay. So it's like, at the end of the day, why would I keep doing that to myself? And then, you know, just making myself feel like crazy, you know. Okay, another something, actually, so people always tell me this all the time: travel and don't rush to have kids. Okay, and I say this not to offend anybody that got kids, because, you know, that's God's blessing and everything. But with me, like, I always wanted to have everything before I have my kids, because I want my kids to come into everything that I have, right? I don't want them to see me working for it, if that makes sense. Like, that would be a good lesson for them, but at the end of the day, it's my kids. Like, I'm gonna treat them like they queens and royalties and all that extra shit. I don't even want them to see their mom struggling. So like, that never sat good in my heart, when like, I feel like I'm in a position where my kids is gonna see me and they're gonna see me struggling and stuff, and like, I'm gonna have to go to sleep crying because I can't feed them and shit like that. Like, I think about shit like that. So it's like, at the end of the day, I know for a fact I want to experience the world. I want to have so much knowledge to the point, like, when I have kids, I'm really I just want to be a mom, and I just want to settle down. Like, you know how some moms be like, they want to be a mom, they settle down, then they feel like this is all they did with their life. I don't want to be one of those moms. I want to be the opposite. I want to do everything in my life and then be a mom, and then I could be like, okay, I did this, I did that, I did this, blah, blah, blah. Not be a mom and then be like, oh, I never got a chance to do this, I never got a chance to do that because I had kids. Like, I feel like that shouldn't even stop anybody from living their life, having kids. Like, if anything, you should want to live your life even more when you have kids. I never understood that either. People be like, oh, having kids stopped me from having a life. But when you was having the kid, it was a new blessing, it was this, it was that, so much positive energy. But once you have the kid, your whole life stops. I mean, I understood that part. I understand that part from like new moms and stuff like that. But it's like, I don't know, I just feel like it's a balance. Everything in life is a balance. Honestly, it's a balance, and it's how you make it, what you have time for, what you want to do, and stuff like that. Things I learned, I'm still learning in my 20s. Growth, and I'm learning growth every day, whether it's my attitude, how I feel and stuff like that. It's just like I'm learning to grow within my true self and be my true self and not be anybody else or let anybody think for myself, because people have a tendency of always wanting to do that for girls. Like, they think that females can't hold their own. Like, I have a whole brain, like so it's like at the end of the day, just like you have a brain and you can make certain decisions, I can make certain decisions too. So it's like I feel like with growth, it comes with having experiences, and it's like certain people don't want people to have experiences. It's like, how am I supposed to grow if I'm not having experiences? Like, I don't know, like I feel like growth comes with a lot, because you could grow within anything, your career, you yourself as a person. Like, I don't know, it's just like, and then some people are scared of your growth. Like they feel like when you're growing, I guess without them, that's a problem or an issue or something. But it's like, at the end of the day, isn't that what we all supposed to do, is grow? Like, I never understood that either, when people got mad at you for being, like, using your growth and really showing them, like, who the fuck you really are in the moment. People really get mad at that shit. And it's like, to me, I never understood that. I got a couple more, y'all, but the next thing is stop comparing yourself. Stop comparing yourself to these, you know? Because at the end of the day, we all our own person. We all came out our mother's coochie by ourselves. Like, I could, like, for right now, like, I could say I have a twin, but I still came out by myself, y'all, because at the end of the day, I'm a fraternal twin. I'm not even identical to her. So it's like, she came out 2 minutes before me. At the end of the day, we all came in this world by ourselves, and we all gonna die by ourselves. Like, not on some cruel shit, but it's some real life shit. What person you seen died and then they took somebody with them? Unless it's like some murder shit, like, you know. Like, I don't know, like, it's just like, at the end of the day, like, I just look at it like that. Like, I'm in this world. I have people who love me, don't get me wrong, but at the end of the day, I'm still in this world by myself. Because at the end of the day, if I pinch myself, only I'm gonna feel that. Nobody else is gonna feel that. So it's like, at the end of the day, who really on your team? If it's not you, then who? Like, really, if it's not you, then who's on your team? Like, really. So the next one, but another thing I'm learning in my 20s is you could pray. Okay, so I love God. I pray all the time. Talk to him all the time. So, you know, I know certain things I be asking him for is not what he got planned for me. And that's with anybody, honestly. Like, you could pray for stuff, you could ask God for stuff. At the end of the day, God already has a plan set for you. And that's just said and done, you know? So it's like, you just gotta get used to being the type of person that could put themselves in a situation that they never even pictured themselves being in. Like, you know, sometimes you gotta take certain obstacles to get to where you need to get, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense, because the liquor's starting to hit me a little bit. But yeah, like, sometimes you gotta take little certain obstacles, like little setbacks and stuff, to get to actually where you need to be. And that's, you know, that's life itself. That's just life itself. Like, life is different. It's like, it's either you get with it or you let that shit just take you. Like, and I ain't letting that life shit take me, because I'm about to, like, I really learning to be yourself even when you're in a relationship. I struggle with this. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I struggle with this, because at the end of the day, it's like, you really want to put that person first, but you know in the back of your head you cannot do that. You always have to put yourself first, because at the end of the day, you cannot love somebody more than you love yourself. You cannot show love to somebody if you can't show love to yourself. So it's like, you know, like, I forgot the question. Hold on. I was about to get into it. But yeah, learning to put myself in a relationship. So basically, I feel like with that, is getting to like just doing stuff that you like, even if you know your partner don't like it. Like if I'm doing something for YouTube and I need to get some content and he don't want to come with me for that day or whatever, he has all rights to say he don't want to come with me, because I think that's something I'm doing for myself. That's something I love for myself. Even though I don't do that, like I want to get in the habit of doing that, but I don't do that. But when I get in the habit, it's over. But yeah, it's just like little stuff like that. Like you don't have to be your partner. Y'all not one. Y'all still two individuals. Y'all just coming together and creating something, creating a foundation. Whether y'all argue, have good days, bad days, it's just like at the end of the day, you cannot look at that person like is one person. Like you cannot look at them as yourself. Like I don't know, like don't do that, because I do that sometimes and I be regretting it, because it's just like at the end of the day, like I know certain things my boyfriend like, I might not like it, and certain things I like, he might not like it, but at the end of the day I don't have to lie to him to make him feel like he needs to like me more, or you know, stuff like that. Like you shouldn't have to feel like that, because if once you feel like that, that's the problem, because now you're not even being true to yourself. You're trying to be somebody that you're not, and that doesn't make sense. The next one is don't overshare with friends, family, etc. Honestly, I don't overshare, but I do feel like I don't overshare, but I overtell, if that makes sense. Like certain things people don't need to know, because they just gonna run with it and feel how they feel on it, if that makes sense. And certain things I know I'll be mad about, but then I don't really be mad about it. I just be talking about it, if that makes sense. Sometimes, you know, when sometimes you just want somebody to just listen to you, and you don't want them to put no type of opinion, no nothing, no negativity, no nothing into it. So it's just like at the end of the day, I feel like if I'm ever in a position where I'm oversharing with you, I gotta be real comfortable with you, knew you for mad long type shit, and it's just like I feel safe telling you this. But it's like once you make me feel like once you make me feel like it's not safe to tell you this, or I'm like I am oversharing, or you do make me feel like I am oversharing in that situation, I don't know, I just look at the situation different, and I just stop oversharing with people, because that's why I just keep everything to myself. Because I feel like once people know certain things, they feel like they could run with it how they want to run with it, you know. And it's like that's all good and everything, but at the end of the day, I'm a whole human being. I think and I move how I move. I'm not gonna move how nobody moves. So it's like if you around me and you oversharing and I'm not the same way, I don't care, because I'm not about to tell you stuff that you don't need to know. Like it's just that simple. Like I don't know, I feel like sometimes you just shouldn't overshare. You shouldn't overshare everything, and it's like that goes with relationship, family, everything. Like you shouldn't overshare everything, because I feel like when people know everything, they feel like they got you. What you got me in? You don't got me in shit, because everybody go through this. Everybody go through what I go through, just in different ways. Like, you know, like you could even go through it, but in a different way. Like it's just like at the end of the day, I don't know, I tend to try not to overshare, because I already know people don't give a fuck. That's one. So we just gonna get off that topic. Niggas don't care. People actually don't care. Like people really don't care. Okay, I'm gonna do a couple more, and then I'm about to end this video. Getting a little tired. Always speak up for yourself. Just always speak up for yourself. I feel like I'm still learning this in my 20s, and I'll forever be doing this in my life, because I feel like certain things I don't feel like I gotta speak up for, because it's like it's common sense. You should know. Like, you know, not you should know, because people can't read your mind, but I feel like I stopped giving a fuck to even want to speak up, if that makes sense. Like, why am I steady speaking up about shit that I gotta keep dealing with? Like, you know. So it's like at the end of the day, I feel like you just gotta put yourself first and just say fuck everything, you know, like dead ass. And some real stuff, like you just gotta really say F everything and just worry about yourself, and like always put yourself first. Even if you gotta be the rude person, you gotta be the person that look like they think they got everything going together, but they ain't got shit together. Let niggas feel that shit. Who gives a fuck? Like I say let niggas feel it, honestly, because people always gonna have something to fucking say about you. It's okay to take your time, y'all. Just like me, I'm not taking my time, because my time is already limited, but I was taking my time before that, and I realized it is okay to take your time. But once you realize you done been too comfortable, you need to get off that, because at the end of the day, you can't grow and be comfortable at the same time. It just doesn't add up or make any type of sense. So, you know, you just gotta do what you gotta do for yourself and get out that mindset. And then I guess this is the last one. I'm gonna do the last one. The last one is which relationships are healthy and which one isn't. This one is a little hard or tricky, because your own parents could be unhealthy for you. So it's like, at the end of the day, you never really know. You just gotta go based on how you feel in that moment, how that person making you feel. If they make you feel uncomfortable, if they give you anxiety, if they're just making you feel like they just not making you feel like yourself. Like, you know when you're around people that make you feel like yourself. Like, you don't gotta do too much. But the people that don't make you feel like yourself, all your anxiety, your stomach start hurting, all that extra shit start happening, those are people that you don't need to be around, honestly. Because at the end of the day, those are the same people that will laugh in your face, hug you and everything, but see, the same people that set you up. Okay. And it's like, it's okay, because it's like, people got that thin love between love and hate and shit. But with me, it's all about loyalty. If you don't got no type of loyalty for me, stay the fuck away from me. That's how I feel, honest to God. Because at the end of the day, people could be like, they love you, but then they don't really be loving you. They just love the idea of you, or they love the idea that they can use you, or whatever the fuck. I don't know. But at the end of the day, I feel like it's hard to figure out which relationship is healthy, and it's hard to figure out which relationship is unhealthy for you. Because it's like, no, you know, I feel like it's easier to know the relationship that's healthier for you. And then when it comes to the relationship that's not healthy for you, sometimes it can get a little tricky, because people are really good at acting and people are really good at faking, you know. And they can make it seem like they all about you, but in reality they really not. They all about themselves, like, you know. And that's okay, because that's how we all gotta be at the end of the day. But I don't know, I just feel like certain people, they be having some crazy agendas. So it's like, you cannot put yourself around people that makes you feel unhealthy or gives you unhealthy feelings. Like, just stay away from those people. That being said, y'all, thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully I made it all the way to this end. And if y'all have anything in the comments to say, if y'all have anything that y'all overcame when y'all was in your 20s, or y'all still overcoming to this day, or y'all not in your 20s and y'all in your 40s, 30s, whatever, and y'all just out here like, yeah, I done went through all this that she's talking about, let me know in the comment section. Comment down anything, like, let me know, y'all, because I honestly know I'm not the only person that goes through stuff like this. We're all human, we all go through stuff like this. So it's like, at the end of the day, let's communicate, let's share things. Help me out, y'all, so I can help y'all out, and let's get into it. I hope you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure y'all post notification bell is turned on to all. I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. Bye.